Hey, my name is Emile Jarreau, M2 Fitness Pros in Long Beach, California. Today I'd like to show you a little strategy that I use for really most of my clients, and all of my clients tend to be overachievers. Actually, in this day and age, anybody that works out, I almost consider an overachiever because a lot of people don't. So for those of you that are on the upper end of that range of people that really train, one of the things that happens with our bodies is that we get a certain degree of muscle tension stored up in these muscles the more we use them. And if you're a seasonal athlete where you're peaking at a certain time, obviously there's that time of the year where you're really hitting with a higher volume, the intensities are greater, your body is feeling like you've been beat up with a baseball bat from head to toe most mornings when you wake up. And as the season goes on, as you're getting ready to approach whatever competition or what have you, the muscle is beat up. So the frequency of deep tissue massage, rolfing, ART, trigger point therapy, a lot of these things are strategies that athletes will use to help keep them in the game. You get injured, you're out of the season or out of the money or out of the VIP, you're pretty much done. And any athlete that'll tell you or share with you that feeling of not being able to be in the game after years and years of practice, it really, really is a depressing moment in your life. It's not going to stop you, but you may pick up chess or cheesy or something. However, if you're smart, you're spending a lot of time listening to your body and recognizing what it's trying to tell you. I call it the yellow light. You come up to an intersection and that light's flashing, it's letting you know, hey dummy, there's another car coming from the other direction. You need to be aware. Our bodies tell us a lot of the same things, and we'll get up and we'll have a workout, and most athletes can sense, hey, that workout was good, it produces really desirable effects, I feel a little tension or soreness in the muscle. A lot of people aren't used to it, and they hear an athlete or someone say, oh wow, great, I did a great workout, I feel really, really sore, hey, that's a good thing. Novice doesn't understand that, and they're not able to recognize what's going on in the body as they progress in their training intensities. And let's say they have a coach or a mentor that's been in the game for 3 or 4 decades, and they just assume that the grasshopper, as I call them, is learning at the same pace. Well, let's just share with you now. Pay attention to the yellow light. If your body's trying to tell you something, listen to it. Try to interpret it. If you don't know how to interpret what you're feeling in your body yet, because a lot of people don't get the touchy-feely thing, that woo-woo thing, you need to really address it. So sometimes people's bodies send them signals. So this is one of the things that I do to help people with their process when they come into my system training, is to teach them how to feel what they're feeling when they train. It's a really important element within training. I mean, it's probably in my mind more important than the great weight training program or the great cardio program or this yoga studio that's really cool, or the new method or process that some gym or studio owner has. But if you're not that person that really can sense what it is you're feeling in your body while you're training, this is not anything new. Certain cultures have been doing it for a long time, but I think here in America and the US, a lot of athletes, will push and drive, and everybody around them is the same way. So they figure that they're a little less than being competitive. My background being in the military, in the spec war community, in and around a lot of the people there's an extreme level of macho, and that's really important, and you need to have that high testosterone level to drive and do what you need to do. But you also need to have that other sensibility to pay attention to what your body's telling you while you train and while you're resting and while you're hoping to recover to get back in the game the next day. So this is just my opinion, just my 2 cents, but as an athlete, you want to try to listen to what's going on that your body's trying to tell you. If you're brand new, when I say brand new, less than 5 years in the game, unless you've been around somebody that really can help teach you to understand what you feel as a result of the workout you did, and then appropriately interpreting what you did and giving a grading system, maybe 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, as far as how you feel after the workout. There's the day after the workout, the late onset muscle soreness that occurs usually 24 to 48 hours. Those muscles will be sore. I have people that can train and swear to God they say they're not sore. They're like some kind of serial killer, like Dexter or Alan Bates from Psycho. Watch them close. there's other people that are extremely sensitive and, you know, like the smallest amount of pain they feel in their bodies and they don't interpret it correctly, and the next thing you know, they just come down with a cold or they have a sinus infection. They're very, very timid when it comes to pain and challenging the body in the gym. So you've got to learn how to interpret as a coach or a trainer what you see going on with your customer or client, and then you, the customer or client or athlete, if you're not able to understand what it is I'm talking, you upper level guys and gals, you know what I'm talking about. It's really important to assess what you're feeling in your body and when it's time to take an active rest day. I didn't say off. I don't say off. And in the next video here, I'll show you some things that I do on my off day. Okay, so, but you're not really going to be really hitting, you know, for the cheap seats in the stands every time you go to the gym. Some days low speed, but it's never no speed. So that's just my 2 cents on recovery strategy. Let me show you a couple of things in the next video series so that you can understand what I do on my off day. Okay.